Good evening, I'm Joash Malimban. Today on Newsfeed Weekend. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla is reportedly joining the search for the next ombudsman of the country. The Judicial and Bar Council is accepting applications and recommendations for the position until July 4th. According to a Politico article, Secretary Remulla has already submitted his application. Ombudsman Samuel Martirez's term will expire on July 27, which prompts the ongoing application and recommendation process by the Judicial and Bar Council. Secretary Remulla is expected to compete with other government officials, including Philippine Competition Commission Chairman Michael Aguinaldo and Justice Undersecretary Jose Cadiz Jr. Involuntary hunger among Filipino families rose slightly to 20% by late April from the 19.1% in the first half of the month this year. That's according to the latest Social Weather Station survey. SWS defines involuntary hunger as experiencing hunger without anything to eat at least once in the past 3 months. The 20% is made up of 16.4% who experienced moderate hunger and 3.6% who experienced severe hunger. Hunger was highest in Mindanao at 26.3%, followed by Metro Manila, Visayas, and Balanced Luzon or areas in the region outside Metro Manila. The same survey found that 50% of Filipinos consider themselves as poor, while 41% see themselves as food poor. SWS noted that hunger remains highest among food-poor families. Former President Rodrigo Dutertes House in Davao City is now up for sale. His longtime partner Hanilet Avancenia confirmed this during a radio interview on Saturday. She said that the property located inside Doña Luisa Phase 1 in the Matina district has been vacant since Duterte was arrested in March and flown to The Hague to face trial for crimes against humanity over his bloody anti-drug campaign. Avancenia said it has been difficult to return to the house and that Duterte's lawyers advised her to install security cameras, including in private areas. Photos online show a house and lot for sale sign posted on the gate with a contact number for potential buyers. After Duterte's arrest, the house became a site for vigils, with supporters visiting and taking photos next to a standee of the former president. During his term, Duterte frequently stayed at the house when visiting Davao, choosing it over hotels despite security risks. In 2017, he gave then-Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe a tour of the house, including his bedroom and other private spaces. The Navotas City government has issued a warning to residents after several flooded areas following the collapse of a private shipyard wall in Celestino Street at the height of high tide. Our Joan Manalo will give us an update. Joan, has the water subsided yet?
Joash, multiple streets across the city remain submerged as of 3:53 p.m. According to the Navotas CDRMO, M. Naval Street stretching towards P. Gabriel and the City Hall in Sipak Almacen is under 4 to 5 inches of flood water. Meanwhile, in District 2 San Jose, flooding is even worse, with water levels reaching 5 to 7 inches in front of Navotas City Hospital and at the corner of M. Naval and E. Tuazon. Over in Tanza 1, floodwaters in Everlasting Street are now at 2 to 3 inches, while water levels in Captain Cruz range from 1 to 4 inches. In E. Rodriguez, flooding is between 1 to 3 inches, while Doña Aurora is submerged in 2 to 4 inches of water. Navotas CDRMO adds the city's bombastic pumping stations continue to operate to help reduce water levels. However, the Tangos Tanza Navigational Gate is still under repair. Navotas City Mayor John Ray Chanco expects that the navigational gate will be tested by Tuesday. This comes after a private shipyard wall in Barangay San Jose gave way just before noon on Saturday, June 28, causing floodwaters to rise to as high as 2 meters in some areas.
Na-advise na po namin yung owner po noon na ayusin nila. And may mga houses kasi na nakasandal dun sa wall na yon. Yung ibang mga houses po ay na-relocate na po natin, nabigyan natin ng pabahay. So pag nag-low tide po ngayon, ang gagawin po natin ay ina-follow up po nila yung nakausap na po natin at pag nag-low tide ay gagawin na po nila yung pader.
Joash, as of 10 a.m. this morning, 46 families have been evacuated and are now taking shelter at Navotas Elementary School 1 and the Barangay Hall. But Mayor Chanco also shared that when he visited the evacuation center this afternoon, around 100 families have also had their names listed for evacuation. Joash.
Joe, Navotas has always been known as a coastal area and a coastal community. Were there any plans or long-term plans that was mentioned by the LGU for the affected residents in order to prevent another flooding such as this?
Joash, as of the moment, the city government has done their efforts. They have provided evacuees with food and basic necessities and medicines, including doxycycline to help prevent leptospirosis. And as of the moment, rescue teams and volunteers are also roving around the affected areas to ensure the safety of the residents. And when we talked with Mayor Tiangco earlier, he also assured us that the city government will inspect and make sure that the walls, the shipyards, and the navigational gate, which helps Navotas City, to prevent the flooding around the area. The city government will make sure that the floodgates will be better prepared for if ever there will be flooding in the area. Joash.
All right, thank you, Joan Manalo, reporting live in Navotas City. Camarines Norte Governor Ricarte Dong Padilla has been suspended for 18 months by the Office of the Ombudsman over administrative violations. Padilla, brother of Senator Robin Padilla, was found guilty of simple misconduct, conduct prejudicial to the best interests of the service, and conduct unbecoming of a public official. The Ombudsman ruled that Padilla violated government ethical standards by allowing former Kapalonga Mayor Senandro Halgalado to serve as a volunteer under his Special Action Group, and by permitting George Dayaon to act as a volunteer broadcaster for Radyo Pilipinas without formal appointment. The penalty, a 1-year suspension for the first violation and 6 months for the second. In a separate decision, Halgalado was ordered dismissed from service. Board member Dennis Riel will take over as acting governor starting Tuesday, while Padilla serves his suspension. Padilla's camp called the penalties excessive, saying his actions were made in good faith and for the province's progress. The governor has asked the public for understanding and vowed to continue fighting for the welfare of Camarines Norte. A group launched a petition to raise awareness over missing cats that used to roam freely in a Pasig City condominium. Arhana T has the story.
If you're a fur parent, this story might strike a nerve. 13 community cats that roamed freely around a Pasig condominium have gone missing, and the volunteers who cared for them are looking for answers. The cats, all neutered, vaccinated, and peacefully living within the Satori residence's compound, were regularly fed and monitored by volunteers from a local group called Cats of Satori. The first 4 disappeared in January, the second wave in June. Volunteers searched city pounds in Pasig and Marikina, but found nothing.
Hindi nakapag-investigate kung ano nangyari dun sa cat-related incident. Hindi kami mabigyan ng, or yung supporters hindi mabigyan ng CCTV review access.
To raise awareness, the group launched a petition urging Satori's property management to conduct an investigation. They clarify they're not an animal shelter.
The community cats or dun yung mga strays, no, or yung mga puspins natin sa daan, they're not pests.
Some supporters of the club also filed a barangay report following the incident, but it has no development yet.
I hope there would be greater, law that would help the voiceless, because we can only do so much as a volunteer group.
The issue reached Senator Grace Poe, who urged authorities to take action and clarified that caring for animals in urban settings is a collective responsibility. The missing cats also drew support online, with posts urging others to help foster or adopt the remaining cats to keep them safe. The Property Management Office has denied involvement but has yet to provide clarity on the whereabouts of the missing animals. Hannah Tia, Billionario News Channel.
Proud and inclusive, members of the LGBTQ plus community, including Filipinos in Europe and other countries, came out to show their pride during a massive parade this weekend. Dick Villanueva has the story.
Various colors of flags and banners of LGBTQ members floods along Rue de Rivoli, 1st District of Paris. This was attended by LGBTQ members who came from various parts of Europe, America, Latin America, Middle East, and Asia. Pinoy LGBTQ members in Paris are also proud to participate in the Pride Parade. In an interview with BNC, most of them request the lower and upper house to approve the pending Suksi Equality Bill in the Philippines.
Actually, we're still, inintay pa po natin until now ang pagpasa ng SOGI Bill. Para po sa akin, I think it's time to pass the SOGI Bill sa Pinas. Dahil ito po ay magpoprotekta sa lahat ng antas sa loob ng rainbow community, especially sa LGBTQIA+ community.
Kim Isip is an active member of Association PAS in Paris, a HIV health mediator and administrator. In fact, she is the one who sewed the giant banner used in the parade. She also designed and sewed the gown of one of their models who will ramp in the parade.
Kung akong tatanungin ninyo, dapat noon pa talaga is na-approval na yung SOGI Bill na yan. Kasi if ang SOGI Bill is ma-approve, at least merong protection ng mga member ng community LGBT, hindi lang sa community as well as sa batas. Like for example, dito sa France, meron kami lahat na protection. I mean, lahat pantay-pantay. Hindi kamukha sa Pilipinas kasi walang approval ang SOGI Bill.
Their association was founded in 1992, basically for the awareness of HIV/AIDS, and 2 years ago became LGBTQI+ Association. According to the founder of Association PAS, she has a high respect to Filipino LGBTQ community in Paris.
Philippines community, it's very important for us because they are fighting with us. They are partners. I thank you very much LGBT from Philippines, and I hope that Philippines will have the rights for everybody.
The parade started at Rue de Rivoli at 3 p.m. and ended at Place Nation at 9 p.m. The Color Por Parade bring together associations, unions, collectives, and citizens in solidarity in a festive atmosphere punctuated by floats, slogans, music, and performances. An estimated of 200,000 LGBTQ members participated in Paris Pride Parade that included Filipinos. Dick Villanueva, Billionaire News Channel, Paris, France.
Latest provincial government is aiming to make the province a well-known tourist destination. As support to the move, airline companies are now increasing flights to the region in a bid to attract more visitors. Aulo Barcelon reports.
Leyte is slowly gaining ground as a well-known local tourist destination, and proof is in the numbers. The Regional Department of Tourism Office says over 1 million overnight tourists per year arrived in the province in 2023 and 2024 respectively, while the province tallied over 9.3 million total same-day arrivals in the same period. The numbers try to disprove that Leyte and the Juanico Bridge are not tourist attractions. The local government of the province says the ongoing rehabilitation of the Juanico Bridge has not affected tourism in the province, as Leyte has other tourist destinations to offer.
My comment, it is a tourist destination. Kung meron mang 100 kilometers na bridge sa China, pumunta ka ng China. Okay, pero dito sa Pilipinas, okay, San Juanico Bridge ang pupuntahan mo.
Infrastructure in the province is slowly being improved, with the Daniel Z. Romualdez Airport in Tacloban undergoing a major overhaul that is expected to end in 2028. Despite this, airline companies like AirAsia Philippines are heavily investing in the province. AirAsia Philippines spokesperson Steve Dailisan says their Manila to Tacloban route having an average of 94% load factor, which means flights are nearly always full. Dailisan adds majority of their Tacloban passengers are millennials and Gen Zs looking for new travel experiences. Among the plans of the local government, invest heavily in promoting Leyte as a food and experience tourist destination, as a place rich in history and with great culinary experiences. One of the proposals of the LGU is to build a museum dedicated to the onslaught of Typhoon Yolanda.
The story of Yolanda, I think hindi na yan mawawala dito sa Leyte. The story of recovery and resilience, as you said.
With more tourists coming to the province, the local government aims to also encourage more tourism-related infrastructure to make Leyte a must-see destination for both local and foreign travelers. In Palo, Leyte, Paulo Barcelon, Billionario News Channel.
In sports, content creator Jake Paul scored a unanimous decision victory over Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. It was a 12th win for Paul as a professional boxer. Paul dictated the tempo throughout the entire bout, with Chavez barely throwing any offense. The Mexican boxer came alive in the 9th and 10th round, but Paul kept his defense and offense up as well. After the bout, all three judges scored in favor for Paul, whose impressive record is now at 12 wins against 1 loss. Chavez Jr., a former champion, dropped to 54 wins and 7 losses. And before we go, a group of dolphins were spotted swimming along with a fisherman's boat in Zambales. According to the video owner Lito Cavador, they were heading out to the open sea of Camaya Coast to fish when they saw a group of 10 to 20 dolphins in front of their vessel. He was overjoyed to see the pod of mammals keeping up with their speed. And those are the news this hour. I'm Joash Malimban. Stay tuned with the Billionaire News Channel. Good evening.